close your eyes, what do you see? Do you hold the light, or is darkness underneath? In your hand.
An inmate at the Southern Ohio Correctional Institution. To accept this call, press your current balance is $17.77. This call is from a DRC correctional facility and is subject to monitoring and recording. Utilization of an unapproved application and three-way calls to communicate are strictly prohibited and a violation of DRC policy. Thank you for using GTL. Thank you for using GTL.
So,
Hello.
hey, buddy. So if we were to get a message out there to people about what it is that we're asking for, we aren't asking for preferential treatment. All we're asking for is them to do what is statutorily required. Nobody's asking to be coddled. Nobody's asking to be given extra privileges. You're just asking to be treated with equal protection under the law. And what would be normal, for the circumstance while we are trying to prove, that you were done an injustice in the criminal justice system. And we're not even trying to say that you were over-sentenced or that you were not even just given a fair trial, but that you actually had nothing to do with these crimes to begin with.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not looking for no preferential treatment. I'm not looking for a handout. I'm not asking for anything, that doesn't require my own work. All we're asking for is an opportunity to get a fresh start. Because, I've been in the same exact prison. I've never been nowhere else to prove, what I do. I've been proving myself down here, and if you read the witness reports from the COs, they'll tell you I'm not on bullshit like they're saying. So
yeah,
I'm asking to go to OSP.
You've been respectful to all these officers. You are respectful to all these officers. You don't try to cause a problem for anybody. You're not trying to make anybody's workday harder. You're not trying to, have problems with other prisoners. And it seems like that's a problem for them.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not like we're asking. I don't want to be treated like no one else. I want to be treated like everyone else. I don't want to be targeted. I don't wish a motherfucker would. I wish a motherfucker won't. Don't do that. Let's not do that. So I'm trying to go to OSP Toledo so I can focus on being with my family and go to myself and focusing on my education, because here I just can't do it, man. It's just like it's a negative crowd here.
Yeah, and you've lost years of your life where you would have been being educated because you were signed up to go to school when they arrested you. You were signed up. You were signed up to go to school, and that school even contacted me after you got arrested to see if, to tell me that everything was in line for you to go, and they took that away from you.
Cleveland University would have had a full ride. All that I had to pay for was housing. That's it.
Yeah, that's sad. But you did get your paralegal. We are working on you getting your advanced paralegal. You did get some credits, some college credits and undergraduate college while you've been there, which is extraordinary for somebody that's been given a life sentence, to even have that opportunity. So obviously they saw, the potential in you, or they wouldn't even have allowed somebody with what could be considered a life sentence, to go to undergraduate college, and all of the accounts from all of these correction officers all kind of lends evidence to the fact that you haven't been a problem for them all of this time, and the circumstances that have happened don't make sense.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. And I know that is something that I want. So it's like they try to dangle it in front of you and hope that you'll do what they want to get it. And people in here that fall for that, and that's being subdued by the system, and that starts dropping snitch kites or providing information or setting people up or doing whatever it is that they want to do, and I'm not for none of it. So, me just finding my business and trying to stay out the way and focus on myself and try to mend the relationship that was snatched from us, between me and my family, trying to heal from all these wounds. That's all I'm focused on, and anybody that knows us knows that that's all we're focused on. So, I just want to be close to home, man. I've been down here for 8 years. I've never been in no other prison. This is the prison that wanted to send me to because the administration is affiliated with the Trumbull County Court and the victims of that case that I'm innocent for. And it's like being in the belly of the beast.
Did you commit that? Did you commit that Pizza Joe's robbery?
I wouldn't have a ticket. No, not at all.
You didn't commit the Pizza Joe's robbery. Did you kill Brandon Sample?
Absolutely not.
Did you even want to kill Brandon Sample?
I never wanted to kill nobody in my life, especially not Brandon Sample.
And what was your relationship with Brandon Sample, before you ran into that happen chance, running into him that evening before, that he came up missing? What was your relationship with him before that?
It was my friend. When he seen me, he took it upon himself to immediately spin back around and stop his car so we could catch up.
Yeah.
And he wanted to bring me out to where his friends were, wherever they were at, swimming. But
you came home instead.
Other people weren't going for that. Yeah.
Yeah. And so you never got the opportunity to hang out with him that night.
Right.
Which is a good thing. However, you still got, accused of hanging out with him, even though you didn't. But, that would be a likely accusation when somebody's trying to cover up something that they themselves had done,
Exactly.
And so when you were at Indian River with Brandon Sample, what kind of interactions did you have there?
Man, we used to chill. When I found out that he was from our area, that was immediately a bond, because when you're in a place like that, well, it's even worse than ODRC. It's way worse. So
yeah, you've got younger people that are more violent. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And there's nothing going on in there about that. So when you find people that are from a small area, that's really something that you can hold on to. So, he told me off rip that that's where he was from, and we were cool ever since. He sat at our table, me and my buddies and shit. We played chess, we played cards. He brought in pop, he brought in food for us. It was cool. We were watching movies. Sit back there in the entertainment room, get on the Xbox, chill, play Call of Duty. NDYS, we're playing Call of Duty and shit. Eating real food, drinking pop, chilling.
And he was like close in age to you guys. And he probably just enjoyed being around people that were his age that he thought were cool,
Yeah, exactly. Because, people I hung out with, we were focused. I already had my GED and I was in maintenance, so I had to pass to go down to the weight room. So me and Brandon will go down to the weight room and work out. I'm in there drinking protein shakes with my dude. And that was it. Going to the gym, shooting basketball, playing pig and shit like that, hitting trick shots. If I hit a trick shot, then he'll pick us up a pop or a candy bar or something like that. That was the nature of the relationship.
Oh, God.
And when other people would try to extort the COs, I was pulling up on them. So.
Right, I remember there was a CO that was getting assaulted, and you saved that female CO.
Definitely.
Yeah, I remember the COs telling me how much they appreciated the fact that you use your taekwondo to just, I think you were able to subdue her without harming her, and they really appreciated that.
Yeah, I was just able to keep her so that she wasn't getting stomped on, because she was on the ground, so I was just able to get above her and make sure she wasn't getting kicked in the face or nothing like that.
And
while the other COs responding.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was, you know, so, because there ain't no one-on-one fights. That's just not a thing. People don't fight fair. They're getting jumped on. Bones are being broke. People are getting sent to the hospital and shit like that.
So you were kind of an asset to them on those blocks that you were at because you were able to help the COs.
I wasn't helping COs like that. That was just a one-on-one situation where I felt like that wasn't cool, and nobody respects that. Nobody respects a woman being beat up, even in prison. That's just not something that goes on. You know?
Right. And so somehow the prosecutor was able to make you look like some kind of a monster, but the people that knew you there, including Brandon Sample, knew that you were just, you know, you were a cool kid.
Yeah.
And so when he saw you
that way... Should have had somebody from DYS to testify, but they didn't.
Right.
And for them to bring up motives, and for them to have 4 conflicting motives, they definitely should have had somebody from DYS to go and testify to the nature of the relationships and speak about the circumstances in DYS and what was going on in there. And then they really would have been able to show something different to the jury, but no.
Yeah, but that didn't happen. The whole thing is unfortunate. The whole thing is really sad, and nobody really got to see the whole situation. They didn't get to see the relationship that you had with Brandon Sample and why he was so excited to see you when he drove past that day and saw you standing out there and that you needed a ride.
Exactly, and it was right in front of the golf course, right in front, past Willow Lake a little bit, off 5. So if we would have been able to pull the footage, we would have been able to prove that. Unfortunately, our defense, you know, I don't know if we didn't have the funds or that just wasn't in the minutes because we already felt like there was enough to prove my innocence. But it's usually proof, you know.
Right. Right. Because after you went to Cody and Connor's house, you came home and we noticed that you were on your phone talking to, you know, a bunch of different girls that night, and you were on the internet talking to them, and the type of phone that you had, you didn't have data like that because it was a prepaid phone. So how was it that you were able to get onto the internet that night?
Yep, I was connected to Netgear at my house.
You were on Wi-Fi. That was the only way you could get on the internet because your phone didn't have internet back then.
Yeah, I didn't have no internet. I didn't have no Wi-Fi hotspot. I didn't have nothing. I was searching and calling on a prepaid phone. So
this prosecutor is suggesting that you committed a murder while you're texting these girls on different social media sites, you know, talking about, you know, meeting up and this, that, and the other, and you know, so were you, you know, he's suggesting that you're like, oh, hold on, take a break. You know, I got to go kill this dude while I'm, you know, and I'll be right back, you know, to hit you up again right afterwards. You know what I mean? Like, that doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, I'll stop this good-ass conversation. I'll let you in a minute.
Yeah, right. It doesn't even make sense at all.